Yes, lads, joebiline here, and today we have a Season 2 FIFA Mobile overview on pretty much everything that I've got coming out for you over the next few days, what I recorded while at EA Powered. So massive thanks to EA for flying me out to Vancouver so that I could record this footage early on a test build for you, powered by the Game Changers Network. So we're just going to go through, these are just basically highlights of everything that's coming, just to give you a rundown of how the game works and what it's all included. So obviously at the start you have your training tutorial. Like always, you get Zardes, who is silver 69 rated, so you can go up to a gold to see how training works. Everybody gets a free 80 rated Ronaldo. How big is that? Ronaldo is the mobile master and everyone starts with him. Some of you may like that, some of you may not. So it take away the excitement of if you pull Ronaldo throughout the year? Yeah, that remains to be seen. But 80 rated Ronaldo that you'll level up as the year goes on. You then pick your favourite club, and the club you pick here will decide what starter player you get as well. So if, like me, you're a Nottingham Forest fan, you choose that, you unlock your campaign, which will be England. So what club you pick unlocks that campaign for that country, and the starter player Forest is Chris Cohen. I know Phobe is Arsenal's. I haven't seen them all yet. I'm going to go through them all because I imagine some of them will be pretty like OP clubs to choose. The store's the same. You can buy coins and stamina at any time. You can buy packs. Here you can see them. They may be different. You've got events. You have to do warm-ups first before you can do any of the other ones. So it introduces you to them as such, just so you get an idea of events work. But things unlock pretty quickly. So the first few things, it's to introduce you to each aspect of the game isn't unlocked initially. They've added this cool little screen there when playing games. So say you get tackled or make a shot and miss, it shows you why, that if the person who's playing the shot was higher. If you miss and you're better, it just tells you to try harder. It's a little bit condescending but funny. Host and host of formations. You can pick any formation you want now. There's no counters or countered formation, should I say. You can still get counted in game based on overall, but it does seem fine-tuned. But a lot of us were using similar squads, so I couldn't tell properly yet. Campaigns have replaced seasons mode. You play games or activities against each club, you work your way up, and there's a master play at the end. The England campaign, there's a 90 rated Pogba. Each campaign has their own master at the end. Here's a pack, an all-pro pack for you to see. So it comes up and it shows you one item at a time. Training, holding skill boost, and then players, and the players ascend in rarity. So it'll be bronzes first if there's any in the pack, then silvers, then golds, then elites, and so on. However, the ratings don't. So we've got a 78 rating there, but then a 73. So only the rarity, but not the rating ascends. Versus attack, the gameplay is still the same. Well, no, there's updated gameplay. You'll have seen a pack opening in the gameplay video up already. Versus attack, you play the 90-second games. However, all the reward systems changed. So you have like an event style section. I'll have another video out on versus attack for you. There's weekend league. They've added weekend leagues. So during the week you earn tickets for the weekend league. So instead of having to try and qualify, you essentially qualify via having by getting tickets during the week from playing games and completing challenges or completing daily activities. You then use them tickets at the weekend to win as many games as possible, and the more games you win during the weekend, the better rewards you will get out of the weekend league, which a lot of people are asking for. Weekend league, we've got it. In terms of your inventory, it's only a player inventory now. You don't have all your tokens and pieces in your inventory anymore. They all stay in a wallet, which are inside each individual plan. Sorry, not plan, in each individual event. Plans exist inside the events, but there's not a traditional plan screen as we knew it. League versus league's pretty much the same at the moment. We'll have a video out on that. We'll have pretty much a video out on everything we have explained in full. This is just a quick overcap. You can earn an 85 Deli Alley, who you then train up by winning more games. So the league reward achievements are stuck to you and not the league. So you don't have to worry about trying to find a league that has so many points away from Ali or not. That's the elite animation. It pops up elite, and then the player appears afterwards. Apparently there's one for masters, but at the time of the start, there's only one master in the game, Ronaldo 90 rated. The market is pretty much the same, more or less, but we'll have a video going into that. You unlock the market at level 5. Best way to level up early doors is by doing campaigns. I found campaigns were the quickest way to get XP at the start, so I definitely recommend doing campaigns till you get to level 5, and then you've got your market and you can do whatever you want with it. Leagues are level 4, so you need to get to level 4. Matchups is exciting as hell. Matchups are the evolved version of coin ops, and you have to guess what the result will be in real life for 4 games. If you guess all 4 right, you get an exclusive player. Depending on how that player plays at the weekend, they will have an increase. For this example, it was Gabriel Jesus, 7 or above match rating, will get himself a +5 overall. These players are untradeable, so it's a reward exclusive to you if you unlock him. Here's a preview of the weekend league. Just to give you an overview, it's all in these plan settings. You play the versatile mode from inside here to enter it with your ticket. You get tickets throughout the week. As we mentioned, you can also buy some tickets, so they have got a pay-to-play aspect there where you can pay for more tickets to get better rewards. But if you're good enough, you should be able to earn some pretty decent rewards without paying. I do feel from playing it so far that they've had a good balance of making it rewarding for you for free to play, and also making it worthwhile for people to pay to play. Because in terms of training, first we'll show you domination quickly. Griezmann is the domination master, a lot of you guessed. This time they've gone for the style where you get an 80 rated Griezmann early doors, and then each week when domination unlocks again, you get training XP for Griezmann. Specifically, you can't use normal training. Training here's a ridiculous example of training just to show at the top end, because this is what I'd recorded. Training costs a lot at the very, very high ends. Taking any low rated player up to 100 will cost you about 9.5, 10 mil, to between 9 and 10 million. It levels up a lot. So going from like 79 to 80s, under 100k, and so on. Coins and FIFA points are a lot easier to get for free this year. Nearly all the campaigns, nearly all of them, and all the activities and the achievements all give away FIFA points and coins. So coins, when you're looking at any of these things you see briefly, coins are a lot easier to get. There are icons in the game. However, icons with a build we had didn't have the concept, so I've tried not to show too much of that. Icons are coming in a few weeks. They'll be teased in game. So icons, that's going to be great. They're going to be in through a campaign for each individual icon as you like level up and train them. There's a big emphasis this year on training either your players or training via plans and campaigns and events, as in like you earn them each week. A lot of these high rated players, they don't want you to get initially. Obviously, if you want to spend ridiculous amounts of money, you could train a team up to 100 straight away, which are the legendary cards. So master 90 to 99 are purple master cards, 100 rated cards are black, which are called legendary. Legendary is the word they've gone with. I guess now that icons aren't called legends anymore, that's freed up the legendary phrase, and FIFA Mobile have jumped on that and decided to call black cards legendary. Skill boosts to get them up from 100 to 120, and then rank ups we didn't see much because rank ups are going to come later in the game. There wasn't really any way to do a rank up at launch. We'll have to see though. Maybe there will be using the Ronaldo and stuff, because it required a lot to rank up. So that's like end game stuff. I guess they're preparing for the rest of the year so that there's always something to do throughout the year, and it doesn't get to a case of like an arms race. Gameplay, we're playing Stop in this one, just a small clip of it. Obviously you've seen a gameplay video before. The gameplay engine is the same, however they've made a hell of a lot of improvements to it. They've improved the graphics of it a bit, made it brighter, made it more defined. They've added the through ball button, they've added more options for skills, fake passing, fake shooting, and all of that stuff, which I enjoy. You can't quit out of games anymore, and also there's no point in demoting, because if you demote, you can't enter weekend league unless you get back up to the league that you're in. So they've made it to try and discourage people demoting, which I think is a good idea, because although demoting was easy and most people used it so they didn't have to face the high overalls, think of the people on the other side who you're then ganking on instead. Skill boosts have replaced game changers, and they're sort of a hybrid of game changers and chem styles. You pack the skill boosts, and then as you earn more skill boosts, you get duplicate skill boosts. You level them up. So for example, to get from level 3 to 4, you need 15 skill boosts, and so on and so on. As you pack them along the way, you get them from events, you get them from packs, you get them from everywhere. Lots of this stuff is available to you. It did feel like initially, if you just paid to, you using your FIFA points, paying to get things quicker, which I think is always the best idea, because there shouldn't be things gated. It should just be about how hard you're willing to try. Stamina stacks, I forgot to say that earlier, but we talked about that the other day. Stamina stacks, which is absolutely brilliant, because you can just load up on stamina from completing achievements and all of that, not worrying about having to waste it before using it. So say you know you've got a big spot coming up, or a few hours of the weekend free, load up on stamina midweek, and then at the weekend you can have a big binge out without having to think, okay, we need to wait for stamina now, which is pretty nice indeed. Level up pack, when you level up you get more stamina, and obviously that comes, I don't know what the levels come up to. It may be 50 again, it may go higher. I'd like to think it was high, because people got to 50 quite quickly last year, and then that was just that after that. In terms of as you're training players up, it feels like they've not done it the same way of how golden eggs were last year, where it was just +1 in every stat. They've tried to normalise it to an extent, so that only the stats of that player, like say that player excels in pace and shooting and heading, then they will go up, and then like their stats that they don't use too much, so like strikers won't have insane defending and defenders won't have insane shooting, you know what I mean, all that good stuff like that. It just works pretty well. But I'm sure there will be some players that end up just skewing in the upgrade scheme to make it work and be better. But I think that's covered everything. We've got lots of videos coming out. There's going to be a few 1 an hour, then we'll slow it down, and then hopefully the game comes out later today, so we can actually start getting to work on our own account and our free-to-play Road to Glory. But this is just a quick overview for now. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilinehd.